Now, I'm not one to mince words, especially when it comes to dictators. These individuals, often shrouded in an aura of invincibility, are usually the architects of immense suffering and chaos. And when you think of dictators, that nasty little chap, Hitler, tends to spring to mind. His name is synonymous with terror, genocide, and the darkest chapters of human history. But even I have to admit, the story of his armored Mercedes is one for the books. It's a tale that combines engineering marvels with the grim realities of war and paranoia. Picture this: bullets flying, chaos in the streets, and Hitler tucked away in the back of his Mercedes, emerging completely unscathed. It's almost like a scene from an action movie, but this was real life. You see, the car itself was a fortress on wheels, a testament to German engineering, even if it was in service of a thoroughly unpleasant individual. The Mercedes was equipped with bulletproof glass, reinforced steel plating, and other state-of-the-art protective features. You might be wondering why someone like Hitler, a man who unleashed so much suffering upon the world, would need such extreme protection. After all, wasn't he the one instilling fear in others? Well, let's just say that being one of the most hated men on the planet tends to make one a tad paranoid. Hitler was acutely aware of the numerous threats against his life, both from external enemies and potential traitors within his own ranks. The assassination attempt I'm talking about wasn't some random act of violence. It was a calculated move to take out the head of the Nazi regime. It was meticulously planned by individuals who believed that removing Hitler could change the course of history, and it very nearly succeeded. The plot was almost flawless, but the armored Mercedes played a crucial role in thwarting the attempt. But thanks to the Mercedes, meticulously designed to withstand even the most determined attacks, Hitler lived to fight another day. The car's advanced protective features absorbed the impact, shielding its evil passenger from harm. The car absorbed the impact, shielding its evil passenger from harm. It was a chilling reminder of the lengths to which technology can be pushed to serve even the darkest of purposes. It was a chilling reminder that even the most despicable figures can find themselves on the receiving end of violence, and that sometimes even the most advanced technology can be used for the darkest of purposes. The armored Mercedes was a symbol of both human ingenuity and the twisted uses to which it can be put. Now, I know what you're thinking. This isn't exactly a feel-good story, and you're right. There's nothing remotely pleasant about Hitler or his regime, but there's a certain morbid fascination with this story. A glimpse into the mind of a dictator who lived in constant fear, surrounded by luxury and the very real threat of death. There's nothing remotely pleasant about Hitler or his regime. The atrocities committed under his rule are a stark reminder of the depths of human cruelty. Yet the story of his armored Mercedes offers a unique perspective on the intersection of technology, power, and paranoia. But there's a certain morbid fascination with this story. A glimpse into the mind of a dictator who lived in constant fear, surrounded by luxury and the very real threat of death. It's a story that reminds us of the complex and often contradictory nature of human history, where even the most advanced technology can be used to protect the most malevolent of individuals. Hitler, despite his many flaws, had a taste for the finer things in life. He was a man who appreciated grandeur and opulence, and this was evident in his choice of transportation. And when it came to cars, he wasn't settling for some Volkswagen Beetle, which was more of a people's car designed for the masses. No, sir, he had a Mercedes-Benz 770k grosser open tourer, a vehicle that was the epitome of luxury and power. This wasn't just any car, it was a symbol of power, wealth, and of course, German engineering. It was a rolling fortress, a statement of dominance and technological prowess. It was essentially a tank, disguised as a luxury car designed to intimidate and protect in equal measure. The car was a marvel of engineering, combining the best of both worlds, luxury and security. The 770k was a beast of a machine, powered by a supercharged 7.7-liter engine that could propel it to a then impressive speed of over 100 miles per hour. This was no small feat for a car of its size and weight. That might not sound like much today, but back then it was enough to outrun most things on the road, especially if those things were trying to kill you. Speed was a crucial factor for Hitler, who needed to make quick escapes if necessary, but the real magic was in the details. The interior was a blend of luxury and functionality, designed to provide maximum comfort while ensuring the highest level of security. The car was fitted with bulletproof glass so thick you could barely see through it, offering unparalleled protection against potential threats. Armored plating that could withstand small arms fire, and even run-flat tires that allowed the car to keep moving even if the tires were damaged. This was a vehicle built for survival. It was the automotive equivalent of a medieval castle, except this one could cruise at highway speeds. It was a fortress on wheels, designed to protect its occupant at all costs. And let's not forget the aesthetics. The car was a masterpiece of design, combining elegance with a sense of menace. The 770K was a handsome devil with its long hood, sweeping fenders and imposing grille. It was a car that demanded attention and respect. It was a car designed to make a statement, and boy did it ever. Whether it was parading through the streets or speeding down the highway, the 770K was a symbol of Hitler's power and the might of the Third Reich. It was more than just a car. It was a piece of history, a testament to an era marked by both technological advancement and unimaginable horror. Now, you might think that being the dictator of a major world power would come with certain perks, like, not having to worry about being assassinated every time you step outside. But Hitler wasn't exactly winning any popularity contests. In fact, he had a whole host of enemies, both within Germany and abroad, who would have loved nothing more than to see him pushing up daisies. There were plots hatched by resistance groups, disgruntled military officers, and even foreign powers. The man was a walking target, and he knew it. This constant threat of assassination weighed heavily on Hitler. It shaped his every move, dictated his schedule, and ultimately led him to commission the creation of the most heavily protected car the world had ever seen. Imagine living every day knowing that someone, somewhere, is plotting your demise. That was Hitler's reality. And it's this context that makes the story of his armored Mercedes so compelling. It's a story about paranoia, about the lengths people will go to protect themselves, and about the extraordinary measures taken to keep a dictator alive, even as he dragged the world into darkness. Right then, let's get down to brass tacks and talk about what made this car so special. This isn't just any car we're talking about, it's a piece of history, a symbol of engineering prowess and dark times. We're talking military-grade protection, folks. The kind of protection that was reserved for the most important, and in this case, the most infamous individuals. The Mercedes 770K wasn't just given a few extra steel plates and called a day. No, this vehicle was meticulously designed to withstand almost anything that could be thrown at it. Oh no, this was a complete and utter overhaul, a transformation from luxury vehicle to mobile bunker. First off, the bodywork. The engineers didn't just add armor, they reimagined the entire structure. We're talking 30 millimeters of steel armor plating covering the entire passenger compartment. This wasn't just for show. It was designed to protect against a variety of threats. That's enough to stop most small arms fire dead in its tracks. Imagine the kind of firepower it would take to even dent this thing. And it wasn't just slapped on willy-nilly, mind you. The armor was seamlessly integrated into the car's structure, making it incredibly strong and rigid. Then there's the glass. Forget your standard windshield, this thing was 40 millimeters thick and made of laminated bulletproof glass. It was designed to withstand direct hits from bullets and even some explosives. It was so heavy that it required a complex system of hydraulics just to raise and lower the windows. This wasn't just a car, it was a fortress on wheels. The hydraulic system was a marvel in itself, designed to handle the immense weight of the bulletproof glass. It ensured that the windows could be operated smoothly despite their heft. And speaking of heavy, the entire car weighed in at over 4 tons. That's right, 4 tons of German engineering, designed to keep one very nasty piece of work alive. The sheer weight of the vehicle was a testament to its robust construction. It was built to be impenetrable, a moving fortress that could withstand almost any attack. But it wasn't just about brute force. The Mercedes engineers also incorporated some rather clever design features. They thought of everything, down to the smallest detail. For instance, the fuel tank was filled with a special fire-retardant foam, just in case anyone got any bright ideas about Molotov cocktails. This foam would prevent the fuel from igniting, even if the tank was punctured. And the tires, specially designed run flats that could keep the car moving even after multiple punctures. These tires were a marvel of engineering, allowing the vehicle to escape dangerous situations even if the tires were damaged. The run-flat tires were designed to maintain their shape and functionality even when punctured, ensuring that the vehicle could continue to move and provide protection. It was a masterpiece of automotive engineering, albeit one designed for a rather unsavory purpose. The armored Mercedes was a symbol of both technological advancement and the dark times in which it was created.